guys, thank you for tuning into AmysCrypt. I'm just outside Paris, France, and today I'm going to be taking you to explore the Palace of Versailles, said to be haunted by Marie Antoinette. I've heard it's quite a beautiful place, but it also has some very spooky ghost stories, so let's go check it out. So Jared just came up with a good point. We're going into this fancy ass palace and we look like complete scrubbers. Like, we went into the Paris catacombs the other day. So our boots they're rooted basically. We're not leaving muddy prints, we just look feral. We're currently within the palace itself, which has a number of ghost stories, though there are some related to other buildings here and the gardens. We are just in a gallery full of paintings depicting the Crusades, and some of them are quite gruesome. There's a family over here grieving a loss, and this guy here is clutching at a decapitated head. Alright guys, we're just leaving the Palace of Versailles. We're going into its gardens, which are also haunted. We're going to explore this area and try and find some of the other structures that exist within the garden. Alright guys, so I've just found a nice creepy and quiet spot that I wanted to explain the hauntings and the ghost stories of the Palace of Versailles to you all. This palace is best known for being the royal residence for both Marie Antoinette and King Louis right up until their executions. They are both said to haunt the residence. King Louis has been spotted all throughout the Palace of Versailles, whereas Queen Marie Antoinette has been spotted in the gardens and the places where she actually used to live. But there are a vast array of paranormal occurrences that have been reported in this area. There's been cold spots, orbs, suddenly forming mist. People have also cited apparitions, and there's been disembodied voices. So there's a whole lot of paranormal activity said to occur here, and a whole lot of ghost stories too. Marie Antoinette is definitely the most famous ghost here at the Palace of Versailles. She was the last queen of France before the French Revolution and lived here, and this was where she was captured prisoner, which led to her eventual execution. And since her death, she has been cited and claimed to haunt the residents here for many, many years. So the most famous and well-known ghost story that exists here at the Palace of Versailles is also a very odd and very strange one. So interestingly, this one dates back to 1901 when two bright academic women visited the Palace of Versailles together. They're said to have explored the gardens and during this exploration encountered a very odd scene. They're said to have walked through a bunch of people dressed in 18th century garb going about daily work activities. So there were some servants, there were some farm workers with farm equipment out, and one of them even claims to have seen a woman sketching who they later thought could have actually been Marie Antoinette. Now, very peculiarly, the women didn't actually think anything odd of this at the time. They just went about their day finished, and they kind of never spoke about it. It wasn't until quite some time after that they thought they possibly could have had a paranormal experience. So they started to recount what they had actually seen to one another and trying to piece together this little puzzle. Some of the theories that exist were they slipped into a kind of time slip, so they were actually walking through a real scene leading up to Marie Antoinette's imprisonment. Another theory exists that they may have actually been citing residual energy or ghosts from the past just playing out one of the days that was in the lead up to Marie Antoinette's imprisonment. And then there's even a more far-fetched theory where they somehow entered into one of Marie Antoinette's daydreams. What is very peculiar and very interesting about this case though is that these women were able to recount what they had seen in such detail. They even went as far to write a book about it and research historical figures and characters that they may have seen in this vision of theirs. The coolest part though is that they actually described some parts of the gardens that didn't exist during their time but existed at the time Marie Antoinette was here. So one of them was a window which was missing when they returned to the palace to investigate this a bit further, and another one was a bridge that they claimed to have walked over but hadn't existed for many, many years. There are a couple of other historical figures that are said to haunt the palace and some of its surrounding buildings. We have a French president, we have Napoleon, and even Benjamin Franklin was said to have visited, and some people have claimed to see his ghost here too. Alright guys, so I can't stress how big, the palace is big, but the gardens are way more massive. It's got a series of these large lake ponds, just like the one behind me. And they're so huge. There's other properties as well. We're heading to the first one, which is one of the haunted ones. But not only is this beautifully manicured and maintained, but it's just massive. It's so massive. So we're trying to find one of the other residences on the grounds of the Palace of Versailles, and now we don't know where we are. And we think we've gone the wrong way. This place is so massive. We think that we've gone the wrong way because there's no one else out here. No one is following us, which is not a good sign. So we've got all these crossroads to choose from, what direction to go. And
I think it was this way.
Yeah, I think we're going this way. Yeah, update. We definitely went the wrong way. So we're trying to correct our course and find where Marie Antoinette used to actually live and is claimed to haunt. And Jared's just run off and is now yelling at me. I'm hoping this wet grass and leaves cleans my boots a little bit and they don't end up more muddy than... Well, actually, I don't think they can get much worse. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping it cleans them. Alright, is this where we're going?
Yeah.
Alright, we're going through here now.
It's like a big hedge.
Do you know where we are?
Yeah, kinda.
Do you really? Did you not say this? Yeah.
Okay.
So...
That's where we need to go.
we can't cross it. So I guess because this is almost like a castle, a palace, whatever, it's kind of protected. So there's a big... This is kind of like a moat, I guess.
Right, we're gonna have to go back then.
All the way back. Alright guys, I think we're back on track now. I may have found it. Hopefully. So the building that we're in is said to be haunted by a multitude of historical figures. We have French President, Benjamin Franklin, and even Napoleon, who all stayed here at some point in time. Alright guys, so we're just walking into the place where Marie Antoinette actually lived, and this is largely where her apparition sightings have been seen. So let's go explore. But this is her on the wall here. This is a bit creepy. Actually, this is a bit of a creepy part of the residence.
I wonder if this is original.
It's really, really cold in this part as well. I'll show you what that is. I think they're actually beneath the ground over here. That might be why it's so cold. Alright, so things have gotten really creepy now. It got dark real quick, and I mean all the dead trees and leaves everywhere, and the eerie fog is picking up a lot more now as well. We're again trying to find our way back so that we can get out before this place closes, because we'll probably freeze to death if we're locked in. And now we're at what looks like a weird maze thing. I don't know which way to go. So in the middle of this hedge maze is this huge ass fountain. That thing is massive. Alright, we found it. I can see it up ahead, illuminated.
We're saved.
It's still ages away though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. That way I can keep taking you to these haunted locations. If you want to read any more about the ghost stories of the Palace of Versailles, head to AmysCrypt.com. And remember guys, until next time, stay spooky.